Have you ever wondered why the American flag and the Liberian flag looked so similar? That's because Liberia was formed by the American Colonization Society, a group of white elite Americans who sent a group of freed American slaves to the city of Monrovia. This was the first city in Liberia named Monrovia, named after US President James Monroe, also known as America Place by the locals. If you are wondering where Liberia is, it's on the complete western end of Africa, over here, right next to Sierra Leone, Guinea, and Cote d'Ivoire, or Ivory Coast. This is Monrovia over there. The first president of Liberia was Joseph Jenkins Roberts, who was a freed slave. He was born in Petersburg in 1809, and he died in February 1876. He was president of Liberia between 1848 and 1856, and then again in 1872 and 1876. In case you were wondering why he looks a little colored, that's because his mother is a mulatto. A mulatto. A mulatto is an outdated and often offensive term used to describe a person of mixed European and African ancestry. Like me, a mulatto. It's generally considered a derogatory term due to its historical association with slavery and racial hierarchy. While it may be used to describe a mixed-race individual, many people find the term offensive. So a colored. I don't find it offensive. When come mulatto, go ahead. Mulatto gelato. What were the actual purposes of the ACS sending the black freed slaves to Liberia? Well, let's have a look. They said they were helping freed black people find freedom and spread Christianity in Africa, create a safe, self-governed homeland, and a humanitarian mission. How noble. What they actually were doing was removing free blacks from US society, prevent slave revolts and preserve white power, ease white anxiety and racial tension, delay abolition and maintain racial hierarchy. How were the new settlers treated by the indigenous people? Talk about the initial contact and power dynamics when the settlers arrived. The settlers arrived starting in 1822. Liberia was already home to numerous ethnic groups, including the Kepele, Bassa, Kru, Gola, Vai, and others. Indigenous people had their own social systems, trade networks, and spiritual traditions. Rather than integrating, the settlers often viewed themselves as culturally and religiously superior, influenced by Western values and education. How were the settlers treated upon their arrival? The first thing the settlers did was establish a colonial-style rule. The Americo-Liberians set up a government modeled after the United States, which excluded the majority indigenous population from political participation. They established a class-based society, placing themselves at the top, mirroring the very hierarchy they had